Hey guys, what's up? It's Fern. Thank you so much for joining me for another Planty video. So we are at the end of another month, so you know what that means, another Planty favorites video. Today I'm going to be sharing all of the plants that I have just been especially loving during the month of March. I find that every year there comes a time where all of a sudden I'm just like hit with realizing that my plants are needing extra care because we're going into the warmer season, and that kind of happened to me at the end of last week. Like, it seemed like all of a sudden all my plants were just like super thirsty and needing a lot of attention, and I was just like, okay, it's happening, it's happening. Let me know if any of you have noticed that your plants are just requiring a little bit more attention because of the change of seasons. It's perfectly fine with me though, because it means that everyone is growing more, and yeah, it's just a very exciting time when you're a plant person. Because I've been seeing so much growth and my plants have just been doing really well recently, it made it really difficult to choose 5 plants to share with you guys to be on my favorites list. I actually had to cross 6 off, so I originally had 11 and I had to narrow it down. I'm trying to only keep these videos to 5 just so I have like different plants to talk about every month, and just like really pick like my top ones that I've been appreciating for whatever reasons. I mean, most of the reasons today are just because these plants have been growing really well for me and have like beautiful new leaves and whatnot. So yeah, but it was very hard for me to choose this month in particular. So without further ado, let's just hop right into it. Okay, so I do have 2 Hoya on my list this month, and the first one, you guys, I'm so shook by the growth that I've been getting over the past couple of months on this Hoya. It just suddenly exploded after being on the brink of, well, what I thought was the brink of death a few months ago, because I did take an insurance cutting and then all of a sudden she just completely bounced back. But it is my Hoya Sunrise, and I have never seen a plant grow this densely. Yeah, I'm honestly like speechless apparently over the amount of new leaves that have been coming out on this vine. Like, there are so many clustered onto there. It just kept shooting out more and like branching out, and I was just like, how many leaves can we even fit onto there? Like, there's seriously so many. I should actually count. Okay, so we have 24 leaves here. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, so she has just been growing like crazy, as you can see. And like I said, I thought this plant was on the brink of death, so I took a cutting. I've since potted that cutting right back in here. It's these 3 leaves here, which hasn't really done anything. It'll probably take some time to get established, but eventually I will have another new vine coming from that, which is nice. But yeah, after that, it just took off. So she's been doing really well. This lives in my IKEA greenhouse cabinet on like the top accessory shelf thing, so it's quite close to the grow light. I do have some sun stressing on this plant, but not like crazy. There we go. I don't know if it's just me, but ooh, this one's really pretty. I don't know if it's just me, but I find it kind of difficult to get sun stressing under grow lights. Like, I feel like the actual sun is like the best thing for that, although it'd probably be better under my plant spectrum grow light because that's more like sun-like. But let me know what you think. I have seen a lot of other people get really good sun stressing under grow lights though, so I don't know why it doesn't really happen for me that easily, or maybe just I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I would love to see this get more sun stress, because as you can see, most of the leaves are just green. But yeah, this plant has just been doing so well. Oh my gosh, there's even more leaves down here, new little ones, new little vine. Oh man, they just keep coming. I just keep noticing them. Yeah, very impressed with the growth that I am getting on this plant suddenly. I've had this for less than a year, probably around like 8 or so months. I think I got it last summer, maybe 8 or 9 months then. But yeah, just had to show it to you guys, give you an update. She's doing the most, the most. All right, next we are going to shift gears into Monstera territory. So this is my Monstera Peru, and the reason that I am featuring this plant in this video is because of this new leaf. Like, first of all, it's massive. This is the biggest leaf I've ever gotten on a Monstera Peru before. And the reason that I was so impressed with this leaf is because I had to cut off the last leaf. If you can see here, it's just like an empty thing. I had to cut off this leaf because of pests. This had either, I don't know if it was thrips or spider mites, probably thrips honestly, but it was infested with some sort of pest, and I just had to let that new leaf that was coming in go because I could see that it was just like damaged beyond repair, and I just wanted to like get a head start in getting rid of the pests. So I decided to sacrifice that leaf, which I'm glad I did. But I thought that it was really going to slow down the growth on this plant because it wasn't super established. Like, it was only those 3 leaves, which are a lot smaller, as you can see. Like, look at how small compared, like, this is sized up just like really well. So I was expecting the new leaf to be quite small, and then it started growing and it hit the shelf above it and it got all bent when it was still furled up, and I was like, oh no, like now it's gonna come out damaged. But it didn't come out damaged at all. So this is what the new leaf looks like, and yeah, it's just like very large, very impressive, looks super healthy. Yeah, I couldn't believe how big this leaf came out. To be honest, this Monstera peru, I was just kind of ignoring it for, I don't know, the winter and the fall because it wasn't really doing much. It was just like tucked in the back of my IKEA greenhouse cabinet, so I would just water it and not really pay it any more attention than that. But now I'm like, okay, like she is turning into an established plant here, so I need to do something. I need to get her onto a pole or some sort of stake situation. So if you have a Monstera peru, let me know how you grow it, like how you stake it or how you have it growing, because I need some suggestions. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'm gonna need to do something with it soon. As you can see, it's like vining upwards, has some aerials coming in, and yeah, I need to make a decision. So let me know what you think. All right, next I have an Alocasia. We have a pretty good variety this month. Okay, so next we have an Alocasia, you guys, and it is my little Alocasia cuprea. I feel like I never really show this. Have I showed this? Did you guys even know I had an Alocasia cuprea? Well, this is my little baby Alocasia cuprea, and this was actually a corm that I thought I was gonna lose because this plant came in like rotted. It was an import that was delayed, and it was like during the midst of our heat wave summer, and yeah, all the leaves were dead, and I thought that the corm was even gonna be a goner, but somehow I was able to save the corm, and I didn't even know what it was. So it was a mystery when the corm sprouted, but it was an Alocasia cuprea, so it was this guy, and it gave me out, this was the first little leaf it gave me. So cute. And then it gave me this one, which was a pretty good size up, and now over the last month it has given me this leaf, which is so stinking cute. Look at those ribs. Oh my gosh, so cute. These just look like so otherworldly and beautiful. It's something so unique, especially with the super dark purple foliage. I love these so much. I feel like they really had their moment like a few years ago when I was first like really like learning about more like rare plants and stuff. This was like quite a coveted Alocasia, but I feel like they're a lot more accessible now, and the prices have come down a lot, although I don't see them shared super often like on Instagram. I feel like they really like had their heyday a while back, but I really love them, and I didn't have one back then, but I have one now, so I'm showing it all of the appreciation now. It's just so unique and beautiful. And another reason that I love this one is because it seems to grow really easily for me. Like, it seems to be quite a hardy Alocasia. I just have this growing in my bedroom. It's not in a cabinet or anything. I haven't like had any problems, any complaints with this plant. I haven't even had pests on it, I don't think. I don't even think it had thrips when that was a thing in there. It's just been like really easy. I don't know why the bottom is bent. I think it might have been like hitting this stem, but yeah, I'm not really sure if anyone knows or has had their Alocasias been like that. Besides that, I haven't, there's like been absolutely no problems with this plant. Super easy and super unique also. I'm wondering if I have any corms in here yet, or if it's too baby for that. It might be too baby for that, but I am excited to repot this eventually. And yeah, I actually can probably repot this like sometime soon. Maybe I'll do that in my next repot with me. But yeah, Alocasia cuprea, super cute, super hardy Alocasia in my experience so far. My feet are always going to sleep when I'm filming here. Okay, I had to get up and walk around because my feet were literally falling asleep, and I got some of my orange mango juice. I am just like obsessed with this recently. It's so good. Really on a juice thing. Okay, so the next plant that I'm gonna show is a Philodendron, and when I tell you guys I'm obsessed with her right now, I'm obsessed with her right now, okay? Okay. I showed this a couple months ago actually. I think it was in my January favorites, and it's already grown so much since then, so maybe we'll have to do like a comparison. I'll show you guys what it looked like back then. But right now, This is my Philodendron glorious, and oh my goodness, when I tell you that this is such a beautiful and easy growing philodendron, like if y'all don't have Philodendron glorious, okay, I will say at first I wasn't super hyped about this plant. I really preferred the Philodendron Splendid, and I absolutely love the Splendid. I love both of them. But after growing the glorious for several months now, I'm so impressed. This plant has been so freaking easy, which has surprised me since Melanochrysum is one of the parents, but I know that this is known to be like a lot easier than Melanochrysum, and people say if you can't grow Melanochrysum, like you have problems with the leaves unfurling and stuff, try a Philodendron glorious. And they are not wrong. So yeah, this plant I've never had a problem with it putting out a leaf, like unfurling or anything. It's never gotten stuck. It's growing so beautifully. Like the leaves just keep sizing up. This one is still hardening off, so it'll probably get a little bit bigger than this, but the leaves have just like sized up so significantly, and I don't even have this on any supports or climbing or anything. As you can see, it wants to climb. It's vining up, which I'll talk about in a second. But yeah, I've been just so surprised by how much I love this plant, and just how successfully it's been growing, and I have not given it any special attention. I really just like ignored it for the first while. These are how small the leaves were when I got it, just little baby, and yeah, this is where we're at now. So such a stunning, beautiful, rewarding plant. 10 out of 10 recommend. Love her so much. Okay, so this is where I'm at, you guys. Well, this plant is such a fast grower also, I have to say that, because every time I go to propagate this, I notice that she is working on a new leaf, and then I'm like, oh no, I should wait until that comes out. So then I wait, and then I go to propagate it, and I notice it's already working on another new leaf. Like I said, this is just hardening off still, and yeah, it's already got the beginnings of a new leaf coming in. So I need to propagate this like now, like today or tomorrow now. So I guess I will be doing that, but I'm a little bit, not nervous, but just like sad, because it's just like so satisfying to look at like this, and now I'm gonna be cutting it up and starting it over. But the purpose of that is so that I can put it on a moss pole and just have it be like a fuller plant, you know, which is what I did with my Splendid, which is still kind of like recuperating. It doesn't look amazing. So I think seeing that, I'm like, oh, it sucks that I'm gonna have to like kind of start all over with this one too, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. So I probably will propagate this very shortly. Anyways, just had to show her off. At least we can document her beauty as she is right now before I propagate. But yeah, amazing philodendron. Also, I just wanted to note, I'm supposed to be done talking about her, but I can't stop. I wanted to note her beautiful sheen. So she has more of like this golden sheen, which I'm assuming is from the Melanochrysum, which is so pretty, opposed to the Splendid, which has more of like a blue sheen, which I absolutely love. I just love how these plants are like kind of similar but also quite different. Like I love this like yellowy golden sheen. It's just like, it's just so pretty. Okay, moving along to the last plant, which is another Hoya, and it is my Hoya heuschkeliana variegata. This plant, okay, this is another one that has just like taken off so much. I know that I have a photo that I took of this plant when I first moved here, so like 7-ish months ago. So I'll insert that so that you can see just how much it grew over the winter. It's just so wild. This thing is always growing, and the new growth is so stinking cute. Like look at that pink. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I love how pink, wait, can you see that? There we go. I love how pink the new leaves come in. They usually come in even pinker, but these ones are kind of at the stage where they're turning more cream. These ones are quite pink up here, but yeah, just such, oh, look at that. It is so pretty. Yeah, not only is the variegation just stunning on this plant, but it is such a fast grower, which really surprised me. I thought that this was going to be a slow Hoya just because it does have like so much white variegation, but no, she has taken off pretty much as soon as I received this plant. It's just been growing nonstop. Like there was no, the first year she sleeps, the second year she creeps. She's just leaping, like right off the bat. She is leaping, you guys. I really do think it just like depends on the plant. It probably depends on a lot of things, but yeah, for some reason this one has just been happy since the day that I got her. It is quite dark right now. It's like stormy weather. It's morning time right now and it's like super gray outside, so hopefully the lighting is okay on this video. I'm just like noticing how dark it is outside. Anyways, yeah, incredible plant. It is starting to put out like new vines up here. I can see like new little leaves coming in different areas at the top here. Doing amazing. This lives in pretty much the same conditions as my Hoya Sunrise. It's in my IKEA greenhouse cabinet on the topmost shelf under the grow light. So this thing gets a ton of light. It loves it. I just water it when it dries out. Don't do anything special. But I do fertilize quite heavily with all of my Hoya, especially lately. So yeah, they seem to love it. She's just taken off, doing the most. Yeah, really incredible Hoya if you can get your hands on one, or even like cuttings, or yeah, however you can. If you come across one, I definitely recommend this guy. Alright, so my favorites video last month, I said that I was going to start featuring a PLANTY product in every monthly favorites video, so I am going to be continuing with that. And today, I'm going to be talking about my Flora series General Hydroponics fertilizers. So it's like a 3-part fertilizer series. Now, I've talked about this in, I don't know, one of my somewhat recent videos, that I had these sitting in my cupboard for like a year because I only used them for like the very few plants I had in Leca a while ago, and then I just didn't really bother using them again. But I have recently started using them on all of my plants, literally, basically, like my cactus and everything. I just want to see how everyone responds to it. So I've been using this throughout my houseplant collection, and honestly, I feel like all of my plants are just popping off. And yes, it is spring, so they're probably gonna pop off anyways, but they just seem really happy. They seem to like it. I'm getting a ton of new growth, a ton of large, happy looking leaves, so I'm definitely going to continue using that. Like I said, it's only been like probably around 3 or 4 weeks of me using it, so I will keep you guys updated on how I'm enjoying it in the future. But so far so good, and yeah, I'm just like really impressed with how my plants are growing after fertilizing with that for just a few weeks. I also wanted to mention that I did get my CalMag in the mail. If you follow my Instagram stories, then you would have seen that they sent me an empty bottle in the mail. I think it had like all poured out because the box was kind of wet, but yeah, the bottle was completely empty. So this is my replacement CalMag, and I've just started using it like this week, so I can't speak to it yet, but I just wanted to let y'all know that I finally got my hands on this, and I will keep you posted. All right, so that is going to be it for this favorites video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and definitely leave me a comment down below. I would love to chat with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!
Try